Hello everyone, my name is Tae Nam. I'm working for Graduate School of Governance, Sungkyunkwan University in Korea. This chapter will discuss issues of data governance and data sovereignty. You will understand the working definition, goals, benefits, and relevance of data governance, and then we will discuss the rising importance of data sovereignty in the age of artificial intelligence. Today's class, we have two objectives. You will understand the issues of data governance and the issues of data sovereignty. Data governance. We can think data governance, issues of data governance from the various viewpoints. The first viewpoint is the view of management. In this view, data governance has this kind of working definition. Data governance refers to the process of managing the availability, usability, integrity, and security of the data in enterprise systems based on internal data standards and policies that also control data usage. Effective data governance ensures that data is consistent and trustworthy. This is a very important word, consistent and trustworthy, and doesn't get misused. It is increasingly critical as organizations face new data privacy regulation and rely more and more on data analytics to help optimize operations and drive business decision-making. The well-designed data governance program typically includes a governance team, a steering committee that acts as the governing body, and a group of data stewards. These people work together to create the standards and policies for governing data, as well as implementation and enforcement procedures that are primarily carried out by the data stewards. Executives and other representatives from the organization's business operations take part, in addition to the IT and data management teams. Second viewpoint is organization. From the organizational view, data governance is the organizational framework that applies to how data is obtained, managed, used, and secured by an organization. Having a strong data governance strategy in place empowers your organization to trust the integrity of their AI and machine learning models by ensuring that their data originates from reliable sources. These structures also ensure that the machine learning models are instructed to follow organization's key principles and values. Third viewpoint is policy. From the view of policy, data governance can be considered as the policies that companies and organizations set with the usage of data. Data governance focuses on how various pieces of an organization will come together to make sure that the data is used correctly. Why data governance is important? Why data governance matters? Without effective data governance, data inconsistencies in different systems across the organization might not get resolved. For example, customer names may be listed differently in sales, logistics, and customer service systems in different areas. Names of customers can be listed differently. Suppose that. This situation could complicate data integration efforts and create data integrity issues that affect the accuracy of business intelligence, enterprise reporting, and analytics application. In addition, data errors might not be identified and fixed, further affecting BI and analytics accuracy. So poor data governance can also hamper regulatory compliance initiatives, which could cause problems for organizations that need to comply with the new data privacy and protection laws. An enterprise data governance program typically results in the development of common data definitions and standard data formats that are applied in all business systems, boosting data consistency for both business and compliance use. The relevance of data governance. The relevance of data governance has much more to do than just managing the behemoth data within an organization's repository. In organizational level practice, data governance focuses on improving the accessibility, integrity, quality, and trustworthiness of data assets. These are very important virtues of the data. When AI and machine learning are relied upon for various business activities, most importantly for data-driven decision-making, it is the quality of data that will influence business outcomes that the power and capabilities of these sophisticated algorithms. This is a very important key notion. Remember this one. Garbage in, garbage out. Remember this word. Simply, it is the quality and integrity of the input data will impact the output of the frontier technologies like AI, machine learning, data analytics, etc., which in turn will affect final business value. Therefore, it is necessary for business to ensure the quality and integrity of their organization's data to forge ahead in today's data-driven world. Why organizations need governed data? There are 6 purposes. First one, to avoid inconsistent data silos in different departments and business units. Avoid inconsistent data silos. Second, to agree on common data definition for a shared understanding of data. Shared understanding of data or common data definition. And to improve data quality through efforts to identify and fix errors in data sets. Improve data quality. First, to increase analytics accuracy and give decision-making reliable information. Analytics accuracy. And fifth, to implement and enforce policies that help prevent data errors and misuse. Prevent data errors and misuse. And then to help ensure compliance with data privacy laws and other regulations. Compliance, data privacy. This is a very important purpose of the data governance. Who is responsible for data governance? In many organizations, various people, various actors are involved in the data governance process, including business executives, data management professionals, IT staffs, as well as end users. Many people are involved in data governance. First actor, Chief Data Officer, so-called CDO. CDO is often our senior executive who oversees data governance program and has high-level responsibility for its success or failure. The CDO has a role to secure approval, funding, and staffing of the program, and playing a leading role in the setting up and monitoring its progress and acting as an advocate for it internally. CDO is one of the C-suite member. It's a very important role. Data governance manager or manager's team. CDO or an equivalent executive, sometimes director of enterprise data management, may also be the hands-on data governance program manager. In other words, organizations appoint a data governance manager or lead specifically to run the program. Data governance committee. the governance team usually doesn't make policy or standards decision. Whose responsibility? Data governance committee or council has a responsibility to make policy or standards decision. The primarily made up of business executives and other data owners. This committee approves the foundational data governance policy and associated policies and rules on the things like data access and usage and procedures of implementing these kind of things. And data stewards. Data stewards are responsible for overseeing data sets to keep them in order. That's the steward means. These people are in charge of ensuring that the policy and rules approved by the data governance committee are implemented and that end users comply with them. In many organizations, these people are full-time job or the part-time position. Data architects, data modelers, or data quality analysts and engineers are also a part of data governance process. So, as I mentioned earlier, data stewardship is a very important part. Among this one, there are three other key pillars of data governance. So data governance has four pillars: data stewardship, data quality, and master data management and use case. Data stewardship. The essential responsibility of the data steward is to be accountable for a portion of organization's data with job duties in areas such as data quality, security, and usage. Terms of the data stewards typically are formed to help guide and execute the implementation of the data governance policies. Data quality. Data quality improvement is one of the biggest driving forces behind data governance activities, such as data accuracy, data completeness, data consistency across systems are crucial hallmarks of successful governance initiatives. Another thing is data cleansing, such as data scrubbing. This can be also a part of data quality control. Master data management, so-called MDM, is data management discipline that's closely associated with data governance process. Master data management establishes a master set of data on customers, products, and other business entities to help ensure that the data is inconsistent in different systems across an organization. Data governance use case. Effective data governance is at the heart of managing the data used in operational systems and the BI and analytics applications fed by data warehouse, data marts, and data lakes. It is also a particularly important component of digital transformation initiatives. Data governance consists of many components. Some of them are already mentioned: data security, organization, data operation, policies, data quality and master data management, and data catalogs, data sourcing, and data and analytic definitions. These are the components of data governance. The second topic is data sovereignty. Data sovereignty can be thought as an idea that data are subject to the laws and governance structures within the nation is collected. Within the nation it is collected. That is data sovereignty means technically. The concept of data sovereignty is closely linked with data security, cloud computing, and technological sovereignty. Unlike technological sovereignty, which is vaguely defined and can be used as an umbrella term in policymaking, data sovereignty is specifically concerned with questions surrounding the data itself. With the rise of cloud computing, many countries have passed various laws around control and storage of data, which all reflect measures of data sovereignty. More than 100 countries have some sort of data sovereignty laws in place. Data sovereignty refers to the concept that data an organization collects, stores, and processes is subject to nations' laws and general best practice where it is physically located. This is a very important notion. This means, for example, a business has to store the personal information of its customers in a way that complies with all the data privacy regulations, best practices, and guidelines of the host country, of that country. The recent data protection law of EU, European Union, for example, GDPR, so-called, has implemented strict rules on how organizations handle the personal information of their citizens, even when the company processes data outside the region. The data sovereignty is sometimes used in the context of indigenous societies. Data sovereignty, data residency is the same concept or not? Data residency is when a business or government specifies the geographical location where its data should be stored. Data residency requirements are often the result of policy related. A nation has favorable data privacy laws that help enterprises in handling data-related processes in a convenient, predictable way. Due to favorable regulatory environment, businesses would choose this country to store their data. That company may also include location where its users' personal information is kept in its data sovereignty policy. Data sovereignty refers to designating the geographical location where the data is physically stored and being the subject of that nation's laws, while data residency ensures that the data stays in the specified geographical location. Data sovereignty makes sure that the information is subject to the legal punishments and protections of the country where it is physically stored. Data sovereignty is a necessary condition, absolutely, but insufficient condition for AI sovereignty. So data sovereignty is good, but AI sovereignty is better. This is a future idea. Data sovereignty is important, but Europe's ambition should go further. European Union, they already think about AI sovereignty is more important idea than data sovereignty. The sovereignty issues go beyond data sovereignty toward AI sovereignty. Access to the most advanced AI enabling technologies and data on a global level. Without competitiveness, AI sovereignty cannot be reached. Non-competitive application results in economic loss, eventually no application altogether, no wealth creation, and no sovereignty. So AI sovereignty also plays a critical role in enabling AI competitiveness. That's very important things. There is no trade-off between AI sovereignty and competitiveness. So we need to seek for two different things, AI sovereignty and AI competitiveness. Like this. So the vertical axis is AI competitiveness, and the horizontal axis AI sovereignty. We need to seek both ways. That is better society, pushing AI competitiveness and sovereignty together at the same time. I will summarize data governance issues. Data governance refers to the process of managing the availability, usability, integrity, and security of the data in enterprise systems. It is considered an organizational framework that applies to how the data is obtained, managed, used, and secured by an organization. And data governance focusing on how various pieces of organization will come together to make sure that the data is used correctly, addresses the policies that companies and organizations sense the usage of the data. Data sovereignty. The data an organization collects, stores, and processes, those data is subject to the nation's laws and general best practice where it is physically located. That is the notion of data sovereignty. Any business, any organization has to store the personal information of its customers in a way that complies with all data privacy regulations, best practices, and guidelines of the host country. That is a very important issue. And one more thing, our sovereignty issues go beyond data sovereignty toward AI sovereignty. This is a very important idea in this age of AI, artificial intelligence. Thank you for your attention. See you at the next class. Bye.